How you doing, YouTube? In one of my prior videos I indicated that I had been working on some parts. I thought that I'd just give you a quick update on where we stand with those. As you can tell, not a whole lot of progress has been made. I've had a couple things come up in the last 3 or 4 weeks that have slowed me down. Just haven't had time to work on this tractor. Trying to get back into it. But what you're looking here is all the parts that have been E-tanked and then glass beaded and cleaned. And they've been all etch primed the green. I did have to make a few parts. I'll show you those in a few seconds. But overall, I really can't complain for a tractor that basically came out from underneath a pine tree that had been sitting there for at least 20 years. It really is cleaned up nice. I mean, the gear case cover is perfect. It's beautiful. There isn't no pit. There isn't anything where the seal goes and where the springs for the paws. It's perfect. There's no wear. It's really nice. One of the things I had to make was a speed selector arm, which is this. This goes on the speed selector arm. This is the adjustment rod. I machined a new adjuster, so that's all new, drilled. It's all good. One of the other things I had to make is I had to make a new speed selector arm, which I had to order up the steel, drilled it, the proper spacing, dyed out, did the threads, welded it all together. It's exactly like an original, so that's all done. That looks real good. One of the other things is this early tractor, the prototype had a solid lift arm, so that's what I did. My brother actually had an original, so I took all the measurements off of that, ordered up the steel, even drilled the 3/4 hole, put it through so it looks original. So that's all nice and really came out real good. Can't complain. That's going to look real mint. What else do we have? One of the other things I'm working on right now, this is the spool that goes on the end of the steering shaft. I got to drill it for a 1/4 bolt. That's what holds this cable onto the spool. And then it needs a 3/16 hole for the roll pin. But working on that, almost finished. Fits nice and tight, real tight. It's good. One of the other things I had to make is I had to make a new T for the rear hitch because it was just frozen solid on the tractor. I actually had to cut this in 3 places in order to get it off, but I welded it all back together. Looks great. Flush cut it, drilled and tapped it for the lift cable. The lift cable's up in the garage, so that's the rear hitch is pretty much all done. Needs a little cheese work, but that's probably the rustiest part of them all. The Very Drive cleaned up mint. I had to take it all apart, but sandblasted beautifully. It's going to get a new key. I already have the new bearings. So the Very Drive is going to be 100%. That's going to be perfect. I got a nice gas tank. Just got a little baby dent right at the bottom, but that'll get fixed. The motor obviously hasn't been that much progress on the motor. Hoping I've already done the valve clearance and everything like that. It just needs to be put back together. I'll sit down and do that soon. The rear hubs, to be honest, the teeth are a little bit more worn than I anticipated, so I'm going to have to weld each tooth and then grind it to shape it out real nice. What else? Pretty much that's it. I mean, the big pulley, it's just going to need a little cheese work. There's some pitting in there. The front axle, it's real nice. There's like barely any issue with that, so I don't even think it's really going to need anything. So that's going to come out real nice. Can't wait to get that done. That's going to be a nice piece. The original air cleaner, it's mint, not a pit anywhere, so that's going to look beautiful. So I'm real happy with the way things have come out. I mean, the paws are real nice shape. They're not all sloppy. I got brand new little springs for those, so that should be all fine. The rear axles over there, it's real nice too. So I'm really psyched about this. It's coming along. It's just a matter of finding time. The other thing too, you guys probably remember, here's my fiberglass hood. This thing really came out mint. It's ready to go. Can't wait. This is going to be all red. It has one tiny low spot right here, And the only way you can feel is if you run your hand pretty fast over the top of the hood. So a couple layers of buildable primer on that, and I'll just block that out. And this thing's going to be super straight, probably straighter than the original. And then the other thing I actually have an NOS belt guard that I had for years. The tractor's coming out so nice, or has the potential to come out so nice. I'm actually going to use the RJ35 NOS belt guard. So that's where I stand at this point in time. One of the things I need to do next is I need to finish that spool, put the steering shaft in. I'm having a wicked difficult time making the pilot steering wheel. I've made like 2 of them, and to be honest with you, they both look like poo. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might actually farm out to a machine shop guy that I know, that he has a roller that can roll the arc real nice for me, because that's really where I'm running into problems. But we'll get that straightened out. That's a little time consuming, but I'll get that straightened out. That'll be done soon. So I hope you enjoyed it. It's been a fun project thus far. Wish that the progress was coming a little faster, but hey, what are you going to do? At the end of the day, I want it mint. It's going to be 100%, and I'm looking forward to just driving it around the yard. It should be fun. All right, thanks. Bye.